Bill Maher says Trump is president because Americans live in an age absent of facts and education. Hello and welcome to TST. If you are new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive news and updates that you can rely on daily. Comedian Bill Maher argued Sunday on CNN's Zakaria GPS the reason why President Donald Trump is president is that he comes off as authentic to Americans, who he said live in an age absent of facts and education. Maher said he is authentic in that way, he's authentically an a-hole. In an age that's absent facts and a lot of education, authenticity rules the day. That's why Bernie Sanders also does so well. He's authentic. I think that's why he wound up ahead of Elizabeth Warren. We saw her for a long time and she came off looking less authentic than he is. Take a watch.
I thought it was his best week ever and the most depressing week for me as someone who's not a fan of Donald Trump and what he's doing to this country. It was chilling. I knew when he did the State of the Union address and he stuck to the prompter, which I was very surprised. But we've seen that before. Teleprompter Trump, and then Teletubby Trump is coming soon because, I always say this man has a disease, malignant narcissistic personality disorder. It's a real thing. He could not help himself from doing that. It was going to come out. Whoever convinced him on Tuesday to stick to the prompter was very good because that's hard for him. He had 100 off-ramps where he could have done what he usually does. There was no looking at the prompter and then going, so true, like, he'd never seen it before, which he probably doesn't usually see it. But then Thursday was just horrible with these veiled threats, Comey, we're going to see what happens, people are in jail, that language.
And why do you think he never pays any price for that?
Because the worst thing that could possibly have happened, that we all feared and talked about, has happened. He's normalized. Anything you see enough becomes normal. You don't notice it. So he's in a great position. The bad is baked into the cake. His fans either love it because it's trolling or it's just him. And lots of other people are like, yeah, I know that's him. But, we all know crazy people in our life, and some of them function, some of them are in our family, and you just sort of accept that. And every time he's just this horrible jerk, I think a lot of people go, yeah, but that's part and parcel to be this strong leader, and he's getting things done. And if you didn't know the facts and you watched that State of the Union, it was very effective. And the showmanship, they pulled out every stop with the medals and the Marine being reunited. I mean, that's what he does. And it's going to be hard to beat. If this is a superhero movie, my favorite kind, this is the moment when Superman is on the ground. The kryptonite has weakened him, and I don't know how we get to the end of the movie. I know how in a superhero movie happens because they always win, but this is life. I don't know how we get from here this week to that place November 3rd where he's defeated and leaves, which of course I don't think he's going to do.
And how do you cover somebody who's been normalized like that? Because surely part of the humor, you need people to feel outraged.
Yeah. Well, it's not hard to point out the myriad flaws he has and the crazy things he does, and it's still fodder for comedy. I'm not worried about the comedy. There's more comedy in this man than any 6 presidents. Presidents usually have one thing about them. Bush was dumb, we said, and Clinton was horny, and Chris Christie's overweight, whatever it is. This guy's everything. He's horny, and he's a racist, and he's a criminal, and he's fat, and he's got crazy hair, and Stormy Daniels. It just never ends with this guy. So I'm not worried about the comedy. I'm worried about the country. And I don't, the other depressing thing about this week was, at his best moment, the Democrats they just look like the gang who can't shoot straight or can't run straight. And if they can't get their act together soon, it's going to be over before it begins. I mean, he won last time with nothing, and now he's got money, and he's been president, and as I say, he's normalized to a lot of people. I saw 44% of Democrats think Democrats are going to win. No, we can't.
One of the things that I was struck by, I had Jared Kushner on last week, And he said, don't forget, 2% of the people who disapproved of Mitt Romney voted for him. 15% of the people who disapproved of Donald Trump voted for him in 2016.
Yeah.
In other words, I think people are forgetting that there are a lot of people who do think that Trump as a character is, does lots of vulgar things that they wouldn't approve of. But
Yeah.
when it's time to vote,
That's just him.
Yeah.
And he is authentic in that way. He's authentically an a-hole, and people like, in an age that is absent facts and a lot of education, authenticity rules the day. That's why Bernie Sanders also does so well. He's authentic. People know that I think that's why he wound up ahead of Elizabeth Warren. We saw her for a long period of time, and she came off looking less authentic than he is.
There was a moment where, if you remember, Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, was caught sort of making fun of Trump, and they asked Trump about it the next day. And Trump was completely honest in a sense of saying, yeah, I thought he was a two-faced, That, to me, gets at Trump's authenticity, where he's not pretending to be he doesn't play president. He makes this point in his campaign rallies. I am the real thing. You're seeing the real thing.
Yeah, he never makes a concession to what somebody else wants him to be. And I keep saying here that in an age when everything is completely binary, you're either red team or blue team. Everything that a blue player does goes in the blue bin. And then everybody on the blue team has to answer for that. So Trump doesn't have to be popular. Listen to what he always says. You have no choice. That's just, you have to vote for me. Because he's saying, yeah, you may not like me. I may be crude and vulgar and horrible, but they're crazy. And there's a lot of stuff in that blue bin that is crazy. And people read it every week, just these things, these too far out left wokey stuff. And Obama said it, just people are just looking for, don't do crazy stuff. Don't say crazy stuff, because we all get tagged with it. And then they go, yeah, I don't like Trump, but he's right. I got to vote for him. They're nuts.
Talk of facts and education, huh? So this idiot claims I, you, and us are uneducated and ignorant of the facts. What facts exactly? Are we talking about the facts that it's during the Trump administration that we're enjoying the pleasure of the best economy, a record low unemployment, 225,000 brand new jobs just in January 2020, an impossibly low immigration, illegal immigration, and countless more? Is he talking about that? Or is he talking about these facts, or the facts that made life hell instead of making it livable? I don't know what these people have before they appear on these shows. Like, are they smoking something that's completely new that we never even heard of? Then why? Then how are they thinking of such stupid-ass statements and asking stupid-ass questions all the time? Share your thoughts and reactions in the comments down below. And haven't you checked out the official TST store yet? It has a variety of Patriot-themed custom t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, phone cases, and tons more. Make sure to take a look. Maybe help us out picking some products for yourself and your loved ones at great prices. It does make a huge difference to what we're doing here. Link in the description below. If you've liked this report, let us know by tapping that like button down below. Share the news among friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more news and updates on TST. This is David Ravine, and I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, take care.